Oh, hello. Hey, g'day world. How you all doing? Alabama Jones here. I just thought I'd report in and let you know that everything has returned to normal. I had had a very scary moment um, where I was warned of my imminent arrest. They were going to come to my house at night and take me away because of the work we're doing here. Excuse me. I was camping in winter this week. As it turns out, I've developed a cough and cold. I'm just not my normal self. Well, my throat could be better, but yeah. So what happened was a group was thrown together to respond to the change of ownership for planet Earth. So I was remote. They didn't find me through conventional means. I'm not doing conventional crime, as you might understand it. But I definitely pissed off some of the beings who are running this planet. And what we did was we recovered the title deeds for Earth and returned them to Gaia. So she owns herself. She's not owned by out an exterior galactic entity. Well, not anymore. And so, but these humans were given the job to figure out who the hell did that, and they remote viewed it. And when that happened, it rang a lot of alarm bells. It rang a lot of alerts about interest in me and interest in our team from the dark side. So we have these protocols engaged. We don't talk about them online, but when something like this happens, we know about it because we're out there making enemies. Let's not be funny about it. But yes, that original remote viewer caught hold of me, and I gave him the brush off. And then we travelled for a couple of hours and kept moving, kept changing direction. And then when we settled down to start camping, just in the middle of nowhere, not on anybody's radar. That's when I had a really good look at this remote viewer and figured out, and he's not going to be returning to work anytime soon. What we did was we would call that the reverse of healing. All of the body systems, the chakras, the meridians, all of those different metaphysical body systems. Well, I absolutely trashed them all in him because, let's face it, he is betraying his species and deserves no fucking mercy. But he was also part of a group of five that was run by an army, somebody with the military rank of captain. His group of five was paired with another group of five that was managed by a military major. They had the major running his group and looking in on the captain's group. The captain's group was the one that found us. Now, there was only two of them who had military rank. The other eight were either civilian or non-commissioned officer, but six of them were civilian. And our team, sorry, it wasn't the team, it was just me, went and did the same procedure on every single one of them, all 10 of them, to trash their metaphysical body systems and make it impossible for them to string two thoughts together in a row. I did that on the second day, on the first day, the second day, the first 36, 48 hours. Figured out who was after us, what they wanted, and stopped their entire unit from operating. The 8 staff members have all quit their jobs, have all left the position. Then the 2 military guys are out of service. So, so there's no further threat from there, which is interesting. And I sat still and just kept the radar on high alert, looking for anybody who was interested in us, and there's nobody. So it was a spooky moment. but in mystical terms, they only have remote viewers. They don't have astral combat personnel. So it wasn't an issue. Like, as we have tons of experience in astral combat, and it was no issue to wipe the floor with them. And also they are not used to, they're not expecting, they don't, and it's not part of their protocols to be attacked. Nobody's attacking them. Their arrogance is unlimited. Nobody's trying to stop them doing what they're doing because nobody knows they're there. It was a bit of a different case for us, but it also sort of tells me that they don't expect anything interesting to be happening on YouTube. So it seems like the intelligence agencies are not watching this. Otherwise, they'd have a very much clearer idea of who we are and what we're about. But it doesn't seem like that's the avenue they were using. They were trying to track down who was responsible for our action, was it week and a half, 2 weeks ago? Anyway, for those of you who are in my classes, don't worry. I'll be back teaching them next week, this week. So, and if you've booked a session with me, I'll just bump you back a week or two until we could find a similar time to meet during the week. But everything is back to normal. Everything's okay. I will say that the next 2 videos I'll be releasing, which are hopefully today, maybe tomorrow and the next day, are both about security and the status on Earth, what our group has achieved, what we've done, and trying to reposition and create a framework to understand, well, all the craziness that's going on. And so we talked to somebody from the Galactic Federation of Worlds who was informative but unhelpful. And we also spoke to Mother Gaia and the Sun, who were also informative and slightly less unhelpful. But, watch those videos and you'll understand just how unique this group is, just how singular we are in chasing our goals, and there's just nobody else doing anything like it. We are treading through new territory, or that's the message we're receiving when we ask for help. I do remember some time ago, a few years back now, somebody I know was doing very, very similar work to us, and they and they had a helicopter appear by their window, and somebody shoot a gun out the side of the helicopter at them. She survived the attack, but she explained to me that she appealed to the Pleiadians, who she's very, very closely allied with, and they held on. They created an immunity clause, or created a moratorium on earthly attacks. Now that tells us a few things. That one is that Earth militaries are not in charge of Earth. Off-world militaries are telling Earth militaries what to do, which reinforces the idea that we are a colony, or we are occupied by another interstellar power. But during our talks with the Galactic Federations of Worlds crew, they explained a lot about why our culture is what it is, and comparing it with the status quo around the galaxy. There's quite a bit of unique information there. And it takes a little while to marry it to the story of the Great Nothing, but we will see. We have some time. We do have an assessment of it after that interview. We keep the video rolling, and our team chats through what we think, what we understand from all of that. But yeah, you'll find it very, very interesting. And I want you all to know that the fight for a liberated Earth continues, and we will not stop for nothing. And my love to you all. Bye for now.